G'day race fans. Well, after 23 rounds, we head to the finale. Abu Dhabi, did you think after Melbourne, all the way back almost 9 months ago, Mick, that it would come down to 3 drivers?
Absolute cinema.
Nailed it.
It's, man, no. Like you said, man, 9 months ago, just the ebbs and flows of the season to have what we have. The Dutch Lion has a sniff. If Lando Norris thought he felt pressure in the middle of the season, wait till Sunday afternoon, man.
Yeah, and before we get into it, it's been our first season doing the podcast. We've grown the base ever so slowly, but we're still going for that 500 by Abu Dhabi. It's a bit of a long shot, but Max Verstappen gives me belief.
Yeah, 100%, man. Our rookie season, could say, started off slowly, as any rookie would. And here we are, man, coming up to the end of the season. Like you said, the race to 500 is still on, and we hope you guys can help us achieve our goal of making it to 500.
Yeah, greatly appreciated. So big final push into the final week. Now, where do we go from here? It's a big one because one of the juiciest things is we're going to be very lucky to be in Abu Dhabi for the final race. Very grateful for. Going to spend some time down there for the weekend. And I think the atmosphere is going to be electric. We were there for, I remember 2016 with the showdown between Nico and Lewis, of course. Electric. I'm sure for those that were there in 2021 was absolutely hectic. So I'm hoping...
Robbed.
But I'm hoping this weekend we get a great race. Abu Dhabi doesn't tend to throw out the most exciting races, but because it is that season-ending one, there generally is a story to be finished. So we're going to get that 3 drivers in the mix. Well, let's have a look at what needs to be done by each driver to be crowned the 2025 Formula One World Championship. It is a little confusing at times, but realistically, from Norris's side, he just needs a top 3 finish.
Yep.
Podium finish, and he's good to go.
Yep.
So pretty straightforward on that front. Now for Verstappen, if he wins, basically Norris needs to be 4th or worse to be eliminated. And for poor old Oscar, he'll just be eliminated if Max wins. We're going to throw it up there because it is a lot to read. I'm pretty sure you can all work it out. And for Piastri, Mick, you don't really give Piastri a chance though, do you? You think it's just too far away.
Yeah. He's got to pray. He's got to pray to God, man. If the big dog's listening, he needs help.
He needs a bit of help. He does need a bit of help.
Like I said, man, he's going to be the sacrificial lamb, I think. Look, at the end of the day, he got screwed over last time out in Qatar.
He was speechless.
So, as he would be, because you now realise whether they meant to do it or not, they inadvertently chose to prefer Lando's championship over giving Oscar a shot at having a go at the championship.
Yeah. I think with 3 drivers still in the mix, possibly a bit of risk taking, we could see some banging wheels. We just never know what we're going to get.
Man, your positivity, your positivity is amazing,
starting the week off with a lot of positivity.
I just can't see it, man. I just can't see it. I just see it between Max and Lando, honestly.
Okay.
Even if Oscar goes ahead and wins the race, I still think that McLaren...
Yeah, the cars are too good.
The car's going to be way too good around there, man. They've got the proven performance there. Yeah. They're strong. Max is going to be mighty. They're going to be a lot better than what they were last time out in Qatar, 100%. A bridge too far for Oscar.
Yeah, possibly. If you go by last year's results, Lando Norris was a winner here. Did a good job to finish off the 2024 season. Look, I'm with you. It is a long shot for Piastri, but hey, look, we were saying very similar things about Max Verstappen just a handful of races ago. Look where he is right now. So I can't write off Piastri. Fingers crossed it goes well. But look, I think we're going to get something special this weekend. We're either going to see a 5-in-a-row world champion game with Max Verstappen.
Behind win.
And coming from massively behind. What was he? Over 100 points from the summer break, and he's whittled it down.
That run, man, since summer break's been freaking hectic.
since Zandvoort for Max, he's podiumed every race up until now. And and one of the other key things as well is quite amazing that we have 3 drivers with 7 wins each.
Yeah.
In the championship. Lando's run, look, he's had a great run since Zandvoort. Well, since that DNF in Zandvoort. And you always said that you felt that DNF in Zandvoort, that was his mindset change. It was almost like, well, it's now or never. It's all on the line. I'm just going to go into every weekend and throw everything at it.
Pressure release, man. He had nothing to lose from that point on until now. Until now. All that pressure that was gone is now heaped heavily back onto his shoulders. But he can take confidence in knowing that he'll be competitive around there and he'll have a real shot to play the game with Max.
Yeah, and then when we look at Oscar Piastri's run home since Zandvoort, summer break, it just fell apart. Got the win, and then, it went backwards. Yeah, it's interesting when you look at both teams, Red Bull and McLaren. Red Bull obviously went with the designated number 1 driver, but unfortunately didn't have a number 2 capable of being the rear gunner, taking away points from the opposition, or at least being in the mix where they can start to play around with strategy during the race. Yep. McLaren, on the other hand, they went with the papaya rules, the team, no designated number 1, equal drivers. But then on the flip side, what you get is you get 2 drivers that take away points from one another.
Yeah.
So it would have been very interesting, like in an alternative universe, if McLaren went with a designated number 1 and Red Bull did have a capable number 2. But here we are. And to be honest, as you've mentioned, it is cinema, because you look back at the season and we've had some great races and we've had some great moments. But overall, you could say the racing has been at times a little lackluster. Cars are too hard to pass. And perhaps if we didn't have this 3-way battle going into Abu Dhabi, would we look at the season differently and go, oh, well, it wasn't that great?
Yep, you're right. It'd be terrible.
Unless you were obviously the fan of the
person who's leading the championship. Yeah. No, you're right. The cars are too big, too heavy, hard to pass. And then we've got too many street circuits. We've got a lot of circuits that are amazing for a Formula One car. Look, Qatar, amazing for a Formula One car to go around and
to drive.
Yeah, and to see what the best machinery in the world looks like. But the racing it's not conducive to good racing. You know, so like I said, if there wasn't anything to play for in Qatar, the weekend would have been boring as hell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Realistically, would have just been a DRS train. So, no, you're right, 100%.
And, on that, the final race of this generation of car, obviously a lot of drivers on the grid have voiced that they're pretty happy to see the backside of it, namely Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, 2 of the old heads. Yeah. And can understand, because I've driven quite a variety of Formula One cars over their careers. Does that mean we need to then change our podcast name? Do we go that far?
Oh, man, geez.
Mate,
what are you guys thinking?
I want to know.
Throw some names down in the comments and let us know if we should change our name, because we're no longer in the ground effect era. Look, I mean, ground effect still plays some sort of part in Formula One.
Yeah, they're not going completely away from it, are they? There's still an element, I believe.
Yeah, the floor still does play a pretty big part.
Mate, we need to get
Adrian
Newey on the show, mate. He can explain it all for us.
We'll send him an email.
Straight to the junk box. Delete. Delete. Look, it's going to be a very brief overview, because we've basically gone over the 2 main teams, the 3 protagonist drivers left in the mix. Is there much more to say about McLaren this week? I mean, look, let's go straight into your prediction. Let's not leave it to the end. Straight into your prediction. Who's your podium? Who walks away with the championship?
Max is going to win.
The race?
Yep, going to win the race. I tell you what, George is going to be a fly in the ointment here, eh? George,
he's going to be the pain in the ass.
He's going to play a big part in this.
I mean, there is that running joke of does nothing, finishes on the podium, but I think he's going to do something, finish on the podium.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're right. Look, McLaren are going to be mega here, and I think Lando's mega around here. I think Lando's going to finish on the podium, and that's going to be the championship. I think that extra 2 points really saved his bacon last time out in Qatar.
So he owes Antonelli a few drinks. Oh, mate, Antonelli can't even have drinks here, can he? In the UAE? They have to be 21?
No. Yeah, he needs to be 21, yeah.
And Kimmy, you're cooked, mate.
Kimmy has to be on the bottled water anyway.
Yeah.
Although they don't actually use alcoholic champagne here, do they?
No.
They use the rose water. So, I don't know, maybe Lando can give him a sip of the old rose water.
Well, so who have you got? Come on, top 3.
So I'm gonna say Max, George, and Lando.
Okay.
Because they're going to use Oscar as the rear gunner, and I think Oscar's going to have to get out of the way.
All right, we'll smooth brain and extractor it later. But look, I'm going to go straight with Max wins. Oh, actually, no. Oh, mate, this is hard.
Come on, where's your hopium now, Brad?
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna be. I'll be straight up. I'm a fan of Formula One overall. Like, I have my favorite drivers, but there's no one on the grid where I'm like, I definitely don't want them to win. Like, I'd love to see Max get 5 in a row.
Yeah,
I'd love to see it and to come from behind. It's a storyline.
Yeah.
I love Max. I love what he does. Oscar, because I want to see an Australian driver win the World Championship for the first time since Alan Jones.
Yeah.
Lando, I've always been a fan of Lando, even when he came onto the scene.
Yep.
But I in saying that, I wouldn't begrudge him a world championship.
Yeah.
I just don't like the way McLaren have played it. That's all the issue I have. But if any of them walk away with a world championship, it is fine by me.
Yeah.
Now coming to my top 3, I just think we're going to get a massive twist in the tail. I just think this season has been, when you think it bores you, it then bites you in the ass with something.
Yeah. Well, it's set up for it, right?
So
it's set up.
It's set up. Yeah. It definitely is set up. My logical thinking process is Max wins. Oscar second. George third.
Really?
Yeah.
In that scenario though,
but Lando could still win if he finishes 4th though, right? Correct?
No, he needs to finish 3rd. Yeah. So then in that situation, do they just give 2nd to George and let Lando through 3rd? This is my thinking. This is what I think. Yes. Unfortunately for Piastri, and after what happened last time out in Qatar, they've put him in that position to where he is now just going to have to move out of the way.
Well, there's my podium. Let's see what the script writers suggest on Sunday. And anyone at home listening to this, love to know what your thoughts are, and well, whether you agree with Michael that Piastri will play that team gunner situation or that rear gunner situation.
He's going to have to, right? Well, if he's not in it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the issue, isn't it? Because he needs to think, all things being equal, it's a status quo for McLaren next year. Both drivers are still at McLaren for 2026. And if you are Piastri and you are coming second, and that's clearly not enough to win the World Championship, and Lando is in 4th, then you got to think about your future and how you keep the team on your side for 2026. Yeah.
And he's smart enough to do that.
I think he is smart enough to do that.
He's level-headed enough to do that. As much as he will not want to do it, I think he'll play the team game.
If you are, I mean, you would have to make that move on that final lap, probably 1 or 2 corners before.
Yeah.
Which would be a travesty in itself, because as a F1 fan, it would definitely dilute Lando's championship, that something like that would have to happen.
100% on a personal level, yes. But you got to remember, Formula One is a team sport, and these guys are employed by the team.
Yeah.
So essentially, the drivers' championship for the drivers is massive, but for the team, the constructors is the most important thing.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come down to something like that, where Piastri has to move away in such fashion.
Yeah.
Well,
But that means Piastri would basically have to not get on the podium.
let's see. Let's see. All right, Red Bull, we know what Max needs to do. We know he'll be in the mix. He's won here before. From his point of view, I don't think there's much pressure on Max because in his mind, it's like, if it happens, bonus. If it doesn't, I'm all good. He's got his 4. He's happy. He's a happy camper.
Yeah. I love the way he approaches it, man. He's like, look, if I get 5, that's great. If I don't, it's not going to change my life. Yeah. I love that.
Exactly.
And that mindset psychologically must be screwing with Norris.
Even for Piastri, because you're at the end of the current regulation cycle. There's no guarantee the car is going to be a gun next year. You know there's a lot of luck involved in championships. Right place, right time. Not many opportunities fall in your lap to win a championship. This is it. So realistically, all the pressure's on the Papaya boys. Max can just go into this race and just throw everything at it. Comes off, it comes off. Doesn't, he's cool. Like you said, nothing changes for Max. Now, we still haven't got the announcement for Red Bull. It should be coming this week. We've actually recorded this a little bit earlier than what we normally would because of a lot to do this week and going down to Abu Dhabi. It's going to be very interesting on Yuki's side. Does he still have the seat? We're not too sure. Also, there is some rumors about FP1 rookies, maybe for Red Bull. I think there was rumors maybe Lindblad. But I don't know about Red Bull. I thought Red Bull...
Is it Lindblad or Iwasa? I don't know.
I would assume by the time this is released, I think we've probably got the news from Red Bull. So, it's a tough one. So, potentially, Yuki's last race in Formula One as a full-time driver, unless Honda can save his bacon somehow, but we shall see. It will be a loss in my eyes to Formula One. I do like Yuki. He's a great character on the grid. It's great to have a Japanese driver on the grid as well. And would be a shame, but realistically, as the season's gone by, for a 5-year driver, I just don't think he's shown
Not enough, man. Unfortunately, we've seen glimpses throughout his career, but when he was given the shot, it just, for whatever reason, just hasn't worked. Again, that second Red Bull seat just hasn't worked for anyone.
But regardless, big race, because if he can pull in the performance, maybe he can rear gun for Max or, change strategies.
He needs to, right?
That's it. He has to.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at what Perez did for Max back in 2021, holding up Lewis and playing his part. So realistically, Yuki, you have to channel your inner Checo Perez.
Yeah. I'd like to see him go out in a high, but I just don't think he will.
Not too sure about that.
Come qualifying, he's not comfortable.
Yeah.
He's not comfortable on a car that's on the edge.
All right, Mercedes are pretty much guaranteed locked up. P2 on the constructors, which they'll be pretty happy about. George Russell, he's the guy. He's going to be the thorn in the side of Red Bull and McLaren this week, I seem to think. I think he's going
to get in the mix, man, because he's not going to give a shit.
There's something brewing. There's something brewing with George Russell. I think he is on to, he's going to write his name in Formula One folklore this weekend. There will be a memorable George moment. I seem to have a feeling about that. He'll definitely give it his all. He'd love to finish off the season on a high. Kimi Antonelli, well, I think he goes into this race. Look, he's been great. Since the end of Europe, he has really upped his game, and I just think it looks really well for Kimi for next year. That's all I can say.
What a season, man. We saw the glimpse at the start, and it was like, holy hell, man, this kid's good. Then we had the dip.
Yep.
In the middle of the season, the European thing didn't work out for him too well, but since he's come out of the European end of the season, mate, he has been mighty. He's been mighty, and he has really helped Mercedes consolidate that second place.
Yeah, I think Toto has he's made the right call with Kimi.
Yeah, he's justified.
He's justified
for sure.
Definitely justified. Well, let's see. I definitely predict George Russell this weekend to...
They're going to be good this weekend, for sure.
I think that'll be pretty decent.
Yeah.
Pretty decent. All right, Ferrari, P4 in the constructors. Look, it will take a bit of a miracle to even take P3, they'd need both drivers high up in the points. For Lewis, it's really about just getting this weekend over and done with so he can just focus into 2026. Charles Leclerc, I think qualifying he'll probably do pretty well, but it's just for both drivers. It's get it out of the way.
Get it out of the way. Let's get out of this car, man.
Let's get out of here.
They'll be better here than they were in Qatar. Lewis, yes, he'll want to finish on a high and he'll give it everything he's got, but I think realistically, he just wants to get this weekend done and dusted and let's get the hell away from this car.
I mean, like for his own sake, I hope he has a good result. I just hope he gets a good result and just sort of stops that slide into the depths of Ferrari hell, so to speak.
And he's under the pump too, man, because he's only 2 points ahead of Antonelli. So, I mean, if you need some motivation, you don't want to be beaten by a rookie that replaced you.
Yeah, that's a little story in itself,
that team
isn't
that
it?
you just left, 100%.
Right? Mate, tight. Wouldn't look good. It wouldn't look good, just the optics of it, but hey, let's hope he has a decent race. Now, Williams pretty much locked up that P5 and
done a good job.
Realistically, for them this week, it's Albon. He's a bit of a slide into the hole. Perhaps the season-ending race is the right time for Albon, that he can just walk away and just refresh for 2026 because Carlos, mate, he's coming hot.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's closed that gap up in the championship now, and he's 9 points now behind Albon. And I think for Albon's sake, man, you don't want to go into finishing the last race of the season with 8 races in a row with no points. Qualifying is the issue. Simple as that. Fix that. Sainz is on a hot streak, bro. He's got the hot hand. He's got that car in a window. I think they're going to be sniffing around the 10 for sure.
Yep. And onto Racing Bulls. Well, I think they've got P6 locked up in the Constructors Championship.
Yep.
Potentially Hajar's last race for V-Car before making a potential move to Red Bull. And Lawson, potentially a last race of his career, depending which way Red Bull want to swing it.
Mentally, fuck, what a year. It's got to be hectic, man. And I think for them, I just want to see them both finish with double point. I want to see that team finish with double points because for me, honestly, they've been really, really good this year, but just haven't been consistent enough getting both drivers into the points.
For RB's sake, it would be great to see them finish on a high. Now, Aston Martin, surely they must feature here. Surely Alonso can get... I mean, he wants to see the back of this car, no doubt. Final race before Adrian Newey takes over that team principal role. Lance Stroll, the back end of the season has been pretty diabolic as well. So surely some good will come out of this weekend.
Possibly Alonso sneaks into the 10 in qualifying. Alonso's come out and said, mate, these last 2 races will be a celebration for the pure fact they're not going to have to drive this car again.
But look at the constructors too. It's a battle for P7. You've got 3 teams sniffing for it.
7 points, right?
It's only a handful of points on it.
Yeah,
Aston, Haas, and Kick. So big one.
I think Haas will be better than them this weekend.
Yeah, let's go to Haas. Because realistically, they should have been in points last time out for Ollie as well. The car has definitely improved since Austin, I think it was. They should be able to overtake Aston Martin for P7 in the constructors.
I think Ocon just wants to finish ahead of Behrman wherever he finishes. Because at the moment, what is he? He's like, 9 points back, is he?
Yeah, Behrman's on 41 and Ocon 32.
Yeah, so
you don't want to be upstaged by the rookie.
No. I mean, you've already been upstaged, I think, throughout this season. I think Ollie's shown a lot more. He's been better than Ocon all year.
Yeah, when he's been on, Behrman seems to have something in him, that's just a bit more special.
And there should be a lot more from Ocon, purely just based on experience. But again, new team, similar to Hamilton, probably struggling to find his feet, probably not quite comfortable with the car. And then you get a rookie that doesn't know any better. Honestly, man, when he's on, he smokes him, eh?
All right, the Green Machine, Stake, Kick, Sauber, last race before that transition into Audi, so quite a big one for them. We've seen some recent form from Hulkenberg, unlucky last time out with the contact with Gasly, probably could have picked up some points. 68 points in the constructors. definitely a chance if they get a good double points finish. Bortoleto, well, better race last time out, but it's been a sort of tough last few races for him. What do you think of their chances?
Yeah, I think they'll be all right. The car's been decent, man. It's just the inconsistency of their season. Took a little bit for him to get going. Yes, Hulkenberg had a couple of good results, and then Gabby started to find his feet and got into a zone, and then they started, but unfortunately, Hulk fell away, and now the roles are reversed. I think Bortoleto's just got to have a really strong end to the season. And Hulk, I think he'll want to finish the season on a high. And I think the car's good enough. It's good enough for points.
A car that's probably not good enough for points unless Gasly does something pretty special, and that's Alpine. They're purely looking to next year. They have for quite some time. They're pretty excited about the Mercedes power unit in the back for next year. Started the season off with doing. It just feels like such a long time ago that he was replaced by Colapinto. They have stability now with Colapinto being signed for next year. So let's see if that was the right decision.
Well, they can prove them right by having a strong end to the year, right? Have a strong race here in Abu Dhabi. Gasly, for whatever reason, man, that car seems to be fast on one lap. And I'm sure he'd love to get in the mix and then hopefully finish the race so we can see what he can do, because he hasn't been able to do it the last couple of weekends. Yeah, Colapinto's just got to really put his best foot forward this weekend and justify why he should be there in 2026.
So yeah, that's it. All comes down to this. Now, we've done our predictions, but look, who do you think is going to be a bit of a standout? Who's going to be your extractor? Who's going to have the smooth brain moment for the final race of the season?
I want to give it to Behrman.
Again, it's like you've never given it to Behrman. You think he's going to have another cracker.
Yeah, I think the car's going to be a little bit better here. He's good. He's really, really good, man. I do rate him very highly.
Yep.
My smooth brain, I just think Yuki's just going to finish off the year on a bad note.
Yikes. Yikes. All right, I think Carlos Sainz is going to have another cracker, eh? He may pull a bit of a George. He may just be a bit of a hindrance with those top three. And, the smooth brain who's going to just, not have a good one is, oh, man, Stroll. I just think the season's a write-off. He's just going to come into this week, not really give a damn, and I think he's going to do something stupid.
Yeah,
maybe he's the guy that writes himself into folklore for the 2025 World Championship. Let's see.
Yeah, pulls off a Latifi in 2021.
Well, when I see you next, Mick, it's going to be in Abu Dhabi. We are going to be trackside, and we will definitely get some footage of what's happening. We aim to release something on Thursday, so maybe catch up with some of the latest news and the build-up. I think the atmosphere is going to build up nicely into something that is going to be extremely epic on Sunday. I hope for an exciting race. Fingers crossed that we do get something pretty special. Final thought, last one for 2025.
The scene is set. Netflix will be sitting there rubbing their hands together. I think Lando Norris is going to get the job done. Thoroughly deserved. But as an Oscar fan, I'm gutted. I really wanted him to have a crack, and I don't think McLaren has helped him out too much throughout the season. Yeah, you're right, man. It just feels like something big is going to happen. Just feels like something big's going to happen. Are we going to get something?
I hope so. Otherwise, I'm going to be massively deflated. You don't know how much I'm looking forward to this.
Lando just comes out and blows the doors off. Everyone wins by 30 seconds.
Mate.
But I don't think that's going to be quite the case. But it's all going to be set up on Saturday afternoon. Mate, if Lando thought he felt pressure at the midway through the season when he fell back, he's got a whole different type of pressure, because you're in a fight for a life-changing achievement. And you may not get another shot.
No guarantees.
So, makes it even more pressure. And the pressure on McLaren. Yes, they've been stellar throughout the season, but I think their season has been tainted a little bit. Mate. Sunday, let's go, baby.
See you at Abu Dhabi.
Catch ya.
Catch up.